One thing a lot of us have been talking about lately is the ammo crisis. And a lot of people are asking, when are they going to put a stop to it? When are the manufacturers going to do something about the ammo shortage? When are they going to finally just start making more ammo, just shipping more ammo to the market? Well, it's really not that simple, and I'll explain to you why it's not that simple. It's actually a little more complex than the manufacturers just making more ammo. And I sat down and I thought, well, how am I going to explain this to people? I need to keep it simple. Now, to be honest, at first I concocted this weird story about this small town that, it has a few midget hookers. It's got like 3 midget hookers in the town, but there's enough business for those midget hookers to keep them busy. But then one day, this one guy decides, hey, if I was to take those midget hookers, lock them up in my basement, I could drive up demand on midget hookers, and I could make a killing later. Well, now the couple of perverts in town that are used to those midget hookers being available start calling the pimp and saying, hey, there's not enough midget hookers for everybody. You need to get more midget hookers in here. Well, the problem is midget hookers aren't free. They're not easy to get. They don't grow on trees. There's not a midget hooker factory outlet downtown. It is actually quite an expense for this pimp to get more midget hookers. I mean, he just got to go to a lot of trouble to get them. And let's say he goes ahead and he gets more midget hookers. Well, the guy's just going to lock more midget hookers in his basement. But eventually the pimp will bring in enough hookers that this guy can't afford to feed any more hookers that he's got locked in his basement, or he runs out of room and everyone has midget hookers and they're happy. But the problem is there isn't really being more midget hookers used at that point. And this guy that's got them locked in his basement is going to say, hey, there's midget hookers for everybody now. The ones I'm sitting on aren't worth anything. They're eating me out of house and home. I got to release them back into the market. So now you got a market saturated with midget hookers, but you only got a few perverts still that want them. Well, I was going to tell that story, but it got kind of weird at the end, and I thought, there's 3 reasons why I'm not going to tell this. 1, it really only kind of makes sense to me. It's my kind of story. And 2, it gets kind of dark at the end. Let's face it, it's going to end up with like a basement full of dead midget hookers and some dead midget hookers in the trunk of a Cadillac at the bottom of the lake when the pimp and the other guy realize, hey, I can't feed all these midget hookers that are around now, and we got to cut costs somehow. So I decided not to tell for that reason, because it gets kind of dark, and I decided not to do it for the children. Because a lot of people point out to me that children watch my videos. Some people will even say, hey, my kids watch your videos, and I don't like the fact that you get kind of dark in them. And to those people I want to say, shame on you. You're an awful parent if you let your kids watch my videos. And the third reason is I decided, a good 40-45% of the people who watch my videos are not so mentally deficient that they need a puppet show to understand something, so I'll just explain it to them simply. Ammo manufacturers already operate at maximum capacity pretty much. They do that to maximize profits. And the market really hasn't seen any increase in usage. People aren't shooting more. In fact, people are being more conservative in what they shoot right now. The government isn't ordering more. That was a rumor that all the manufacturers dispelled. So it's really a false drive in the market right now. It's a false increase in sales. And there's 2 kinds of people that are driving this false increase in sales. It's people that panicked over this false perceived shortage and started hoarding, and people that wanted to profit off the false perceived shortage. And the problem is these manufacturers just can't produce this ammo for free. They'd have to buy new machinery, they'd have to get more workspace, they'd have to hire more employees, they'd have to do more shipping. It's going to cost them a lot more money that they're going to have to make back over years of selling increased amounts of ammo. And the problem is, once this ammo starts hitting the market and people can get it off the shelf again, the people that were hoarding because of panic are going to go, oh, I guess there is no shortage. I don't have to keep hoarding. I don't have to keep buying extreme amounts of ammo. And the people that were profiteering are not only going to stop buying ammo to profiteer off of because they can't afford to buy all of it, they're going to go, crap, now the ammo I'm sitting on isn't worth anything, isn't worth exceedingly high amounts of money like it was before, so I'm going to have to flood the market with that also. So that artificial increase in the market would vanish pretty much overnight. And the ammo manufacturers would be left sitting on this investment that they made in machinery and manpower, etc., to produce all this ammo that they can't sell. It would just sit on shelves, they'd lose their shirts. You can't change your whole business model based on an artificial and unsustainable increase in the market. Once this faded away, they would be screwed if they had increased their production. And increasing production would cause it to almost immediately to fade away. So that's why they can't just keep making more ammo, and that's why they can't really do anything about this crisis. The only thing that's going to do anything about this crisis is people like you and me stop hoarding and stop buying from profiteers. That's the only way we're going to do anything about this ammo crisis.